Hello friends, welcome back to MDCZ. I almost recovered from the health issues right now, so from now on, you're gonna get the new videos regularly just like before. There are lots of new content pending that I wanna share with you, so I'll try to maintain the regularity of the videos. Now, this video will explain the 8th issue of the Eternals comics, The City of the Toads. So without wasting your time, let's start this video. The story begins with one of the deviants was creating chaos and beating other deviants. The fight is kind of daily routine for the deviants now. The other deviant, who is known as the Reject, had a mask on his face. Deviants judged their new species according to their looks and the body structures. Toad's troops came forward and warned the Reject to stop this chaos and asked him to surrender. Troops point an electric weapon towards the Reject, which looks like a trident, and warned him. Deviants asked Toad to show no mercy on the Reject. Toad silenced others and said it's his decision to make, so don't decide for him. The real name of Reject is Ransek, and he is also known as the killing machine and a warhead. Reject means the people who raised as a rejected among the deviants. Deviants brought Ransek in front of Toad. Toad ordered his crew to remove Ransek's mask. One of the deviants started to remove his mask and told Toad that Ransek's face is ugly but his combat skills are fantastic. He is a born killer. Toad said only he can decide about Ransek's combat skill. Deviants removed Ransek's mask. Deviants were surprised after seeing his face. They asked Toad to punish Ransek. When his mask was removed, Ransek covered his face with his hands. Toad ordered him to show his face. Ransek looked like a human. He has not like the other deviants, so that's why the others keep asking Toad to punish him. Toad said Ransek's fate will be decided by a combat. Toad wants someone so strong who can beat Ransek. On the other hand, in New York City, Crow and Thena were hanging around. Crow was talking about his past life, his relationship with Thena. But Thena said that they can't be more than friends right now. Crow disagreed and said that Thena knew his old side, his good qualities that Thena loved before. Thena said that their cultures, their opinions are far different. Crow held Thena's hand and said that the difference was getting narrowed time by time. It's not like before. Things have been changed now. Thena asked Crow that why don't they accept their true nature? Crow replied and said that he has hope. He asked Thena to join him. Thena said that she did that before and the results were unhappy. Crow was repeatedly requesting Thena to join him and come with him to his city. Thena could not refuse him. On the other hand, inside the apartment, Dr. Samuel made 3 statues who refers to the deviants, humans and the Eternals. Icarus wasn't impressed by seeing those statues, but Margot was. She liked those statues. Samuel was excited to learn more about these 3 species. Cersei said the changes must be needed, but Eternals wants it a little exciting and funny, not a boring like this. Samuel didn't understand what Cersei just said, but suddenly Cersei used her powers and changed all statues' appearance and made them kinda look funny. Samuel was shocked by seeing this. Cersei said, that's how we can hold the audience, otherwise they'll leave. Now Dr. Samuel understands everything because all his audience were gone. Cersei was wondering about Thena and Crow who were on the terrace. Dr. Samuel wanna invite Crow and Thena, but Cersei told him that he is late now. An airshipper left the apartment. Cersei said Thena and Crow left the apartment. Samuel wonders why they left without saying anything. Samuel thought that they all left because of him. He thought that he ruined the evening for everyone. Cersei said not for everyone, not their evening. She likes Dr. Samuel. She said that she wanna do something and she changed everything around them using her powers. Cersei brought a musical band. Samuel was surprised after seeing this. Cersei said she manipulates a few items in the very constructive manner. She asked Dr. Samuel for a dance later. After the departure, Thena and Crow traveled under the water. Thena said that since centuries the deviants have been well hidden. When they went deeper into the water, they have found some traces of ancient deviant giants were buried under the water. They are headed toward Lemuria and they have found some scattered bones and skeletons in their path. Crow said after the great flood, they keep fighting with the great power, the second host, where the Eternals were on the mountains just watching. They have reached their destination. Crow said their great weapon system are invincible. They have finally entered their old city Lemuria. All the buildings, structures were destroyed by the second host. Crow said they have rebuilt their city and their new city is better than the old one. Thena said if you resist the space gods again and again, then this new city will be destroyed just like before. They headed towards the giant sea wall. The big lock opens as they reach there. As they entered that lock, their craft got pulled upwards and they finally arrived in the new Lemuria city. As they entered, everyone greeted both of them. Crow said he already informed the other deviants about us so they can welcome you properly. Thena was surprised after seeing how deviants were treating her. Crow and Thena headed towards the center of the city. Suddenly, a misshapen arm came and touched Thena. Thena got scared because of this. It was another reject. Two guards came to catch him. Crow got angry and told the guards that to take these creatures away from his sights. Thena feels terrible for that creature. One of the guards said that they'll get rid of it soon, but he didn't understand how these creatures sense the coming of purity time. After hearing that, Crow asked Thena to not waste their time here and said, let's meet the deviant leader, Crow. Thena said that she wanna know the truth. She wanna know about this purity time. Crow said he can't tell her that right now. It would destroy her faith in removing the deviant curse of structural instability. Thena agreed. Crow ordered his soldier to bring them to deviant leader Toad. But before they leave, their vehicle got blocked by a horde of deviants. One of the deviants saw that and called it the Death Wagon. Other deviants were interested to see them. A Death Wagon started to slow down. Deviants saw the deviant horde and asked to get rid of them. Everyone can saw those who are in the Death Wagon. All the deviant creatures who are misshapen and look like monsters were there in that Death Wagon. Thena was curious about them, so she asked Crow that where are they taking those deviant creatures. Crow said that they are taking those creatures to the place so from where they can't come back. They are taking those creatures to burn them alive. Thena said it's horrible. Those are the monsters, but they don't deserve this. Crow said, don't make any judgments until you Eternals also have these uncontrollable seeds. Crow asked Thena to come with him to show the reject, who is the hope of stability for deviants. Thena said she saw enough, and whatever between them is now dead or finished just like we are those creatures. In the battle room, the deviants troops were preparing Ransok for this battle. They helped him to wear an armored suit which is made of flexible steel. One of them said Toad himself picks an opponent for Ransok and Ransok can't defeat him. After hearing this, Ransok snatched the weapon from deviants and attacked them. Deviants asked for help. Ransok used his weapon and started shooting the deviants. Deviants got scared and started to run. The other deviants who were helping Ransok called him ungrateful. Another said that killers don't appreciate fair treatment, but soon he'll meet his opponent who can beat him. He said Toad chose the ultimate reject for this battle. They figured out that Toad selected deviant creature Kirkus. Suddenly a strange and loud monstrous voice blows up. They were preparing Kirkus for the battle. Deviant said that it's dangerous to turn him loose. The walls started to fall down. Deviants were scared of Kirkus. Meanwhile, in the court of deviant leader Toad, Crow arrived with Thena. Toad welcomed them. Crow said he brings an eternal to form friendship between our two species. Thena told Toad that you don't expect her to grovel like Crow because she'll not do that. Deviant got angry with Thena. Toad said Eternals are known for their pure diplomacy. Crow asked Toad for forgiveness. Toad agreed and said they are all in a good mood right now because they are going to watch a great battle now. Crow told Toad that combat to death is meaningless for Eternals. Thena said not only meaningless but senseless also. Toad said killing serves their practical purpose here to getting rid of the unwanted, but everyone dies as the heroes in these battles. Crow asked Thena to be patient. They want to change everything. Thena stopped Crow and said, "Don't tell her that you want to make some changes like by destructions." Crow told her to calm down. He said he knew that she loved the tough fight and Thena will find this battle very exciting. One of the deviants used the public address system and announced the beginning of the battle. He welcomed Transuk, the reject, to the arena. Others are impatient, they don't want formalities, so they asked to bring the other fighter. Transuk came forward and offered a salute to royal spectators, and then he saw Thena. He was a bit surprised after seeing someone who looks like him, but she still sits with the royal members. Crow told Thena that it's one of the reject he wants to show her before. He is the only reject that with such stability that they have never produced before. Thena said he looks handsome. She asked Crow that he is sure about the reject, that he is really a deviant. Before Crow can answer this, a huge red monster smashed the door and entered the arena. His name is Kirkus. The other deviants failed to control him. All the spectators were behind the electric barrier. Even they feel comfortable after seeing Kirkus. Thena was concerned about Transuk and asked others to stop the battle. Other deviants laughed at her and said, "Ignore Thena and begin the battle." Thena called all of them fools. She said they'll lose the best thing that their species have now. Crow said it can't be stopped right now. And here the story of the 8th issue ends. It's getting exciting right now. More exciting stuff like Unimind Hulk is about to come. So don't miss anything. If you don't want to miss this, then hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so you'll get all the future video updates as soon as possible. If you like the video, then don't forget to hit the like and share button and also mention your views on this in the comment section below. I'm recovering now, so I can start working on videos. So if you are new or didn't press the bell icon yet, then hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. I'll take care of the delivering good content regular basis. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay home, stay happy and stay safe.